Hey everybody, welcome back, it's Nick. Today I'm going to talk about three different kinds of Stratocasters. If you watch the channel at all, you know Stratocasters are absolutely my favorite electric guitars in the world. Today I'm going to talk about three different ones. The American Standard, the Mexican Standard, which is just called the Standard, and a Squier Mini, so stay tuned. The Stratocasters were introduced in 1950. They came up with a very basic layout of three different single coil pickups, one on the bridge, one in the middle, one on the neck, and they've been pretty much the exact same for ever since then. Other than some updates and some electronics here and there and very, very minor design layouts, it's been exactly the same, and there's a reason for it. It's a great guitar. And in my opinion, I think they're the most versatile guitars, and for me, the most enjoyable guitars to play. Today we're going to talk about three different Stratocasters. First of all, let's start with the Squier Mini Stratocaster. This guitar was made to be budget friendly, yet keep a lot of the styling, tone, and look of an original Stratocaster. Now, Squiers in general are made in different countries. Some of them are in Korea, some of them are in parts of Japan, some of them are in Indonesia, from Thailand, from Taiwan. This one in particular was made in Indonesia. As far as build quality, it's slightly smaller than a regular Stratocaster, but fit and finish, and the way it feels, the way it looks like it's put together, it's actually pretty impressive, especially for the price. The tone of it. Now, it has single coil pickups, but to be budget friendly, there are little corners that are obviously cut for different components on here. Now, the pickups on these, although they have a classic Stratocaster sound, they can be kind of noisy, a lot more noisier than the higher models. Noisy meaning if you have it plugged into an amp, you'll hear an extra hiss. And that hiss can come from, well, just the amp. It can come from not plugging your amp into a grounded outlet. It can come from cell phones, from lights, from various other things. And this guitar stock, at least if you keep these pickups in here, is going to be a little bit noisier than some of the other Stratocasters. The price on this one is about $120 US. Not bad. The next model I'm going to show you is the standard Stratocaster. This is a '94. I bought this one after I first started listening to Stevie Ray Vaughan and a few other blues players that were just howling on these things, and I had to have one, even though I was not really into heavy metal at the time. Standard Stratocasters are made in Mexico, and they're very, very close to their American counterparts, except they are a little bit different in some components and cheaper in price. Now, although this one is not stock because I replaced the pickups with American Standard pickups, it's still a solid guitar. It's a good-looking guitar. It's perfect. It plays so nice. I actually like playing this for certain things a little bit better than my American Standard, and it's just a great guitar. I can't say one bad thing about it. This is my main guitar that I played a lot of shows with for like about 10 years or so. I've had different pickguards on here. Sometimes I had like a black one, sometimes I had a silver shiny one, and I've had different pickups. But this guitar by itself has been like a fantastic guitar. I can't talk about these enough. Tone is typical standard Stratocaster. These are only slightly a little bit more noisy than American Standard, but they're close. I mean, you can play pretty much anything you want on here, and it's going to sound like a very classic Stratocaster. Price on this one is about $500 or $600, depending on when you get it and where you get it. Definitely a fantastic value and one of my favorite guitars ever. Last but not least, I'm going to have the American Standard Stratocaster. Now, this one in particular is a 1998 version, and I bought this brand new when they first came out. I have been playing the Standard Stratocaster for a few years, and I wanted to get an American just for some kind of an upgrade, just for an extra Stratocaster to have around. This one being an American Standard is, of course, made in the USA. The build quality on this one is perfect. Even though the Mexican Standard Stratocaster was really good in every aspect, and there's not one thing wrong with it, this one's just a little nicer. All the little details are nicer. The fit finish feels a little bit more polished, a little nicer turning knobs and tuning keys. Everything's just a little nicer on here. You'll definitely notice the difference if you like Stratocasters. The stock pickups on here are really, really great. They're perfect. Now, I wouldn't use a stock Stratocaster with single coils for metal, but you can always replace these pickups. I've replaced these more than a few times in the past. Tone on this one is immaculate. Anything from country music to Pink Floyd to rockabilly to a lot of rock and roll and blues, you can absolutely get on this Stratocaster stock. Price on this one is about $1,400. So out of these three Stratocasters, which one is the best for you? Well, it depends. If you have a budget, you want like a basic Stratocaster and your hands are maybe a little bit smaller, or you're a teen or somebody who doesn't want a full-size guitar, I think the Squier Mini would be a great choice. It's a good price. You can get regular Stratocaster sounds on it. It's made very well. And even if you wanted to upgrade it and get different pickups on it, they're not too expensive. It'd be a very good value for you, and I think you'd be really happy with it. Now, if you want a little bit better reliability, you want a little bit better quality, you're going to be playing shows regularly with a band, you need to be like very, very durable guitar, and you want a really good guitar, but you don't want to pay as much for like an American Standard, I think the regular standard Stratocaster or Mexican Standard is a great option. As a matter of fact, I think that could be the only Stratocaster you might want because it's really good, plays well, and you can customize these things like Harleys. I mean, you can get different pickups for them, you can get different pickguards, different tuning pegs, you can paint it different, you can do so many different things with a Stratocaster. They're so highly customizable that they're just fun to have. The Mexican standard Strat for around $500 or $600 is a fantastic value. In fact, don't even say the value thing. It's a fantastic guitar at any price. So for $500 or $600, you can't beat that. Now, if you're somebody who wants a professional guitar at the top of the line, one of the tops of the line, and you don't mind paying a premium price for a premium guitar, the American Standard is definitely the way to go. The fit and finish, the look of the grain, the look, every little detail on there is fantastic. Now, if you're somebody who doesn't care about those details or you really can't notice them, then there's no point in buying the American Standard. Get the regular Standard. So let me know what you thought. Let me know if you have one of these, if you have a different type of Stratocaster. If you're thinking about getting a Stratocaster, maybe you'd like to play one, maybe you have any questions about it, let me know. In upcoming shows, I'm going to take each one of them and talk about them a little bit more in detail, the custom wiring I've had done, the customizations I've had done on them, and I'll give you a lot more sound samples from different amplifiers to show you exactly what each one of these sounds like. So thanks a lot and stay tuned.